the warmth of the government led directly from the front by the Honorable Chief Minister. Every businesses have their ups and downs. Every industry faces challenges. What is important when the challenges are faced is that you have to have a guardian. You have to have a whole hand which is willing to hold your hand and take you through, walk you through those rough patches. And that is what West Bengal does for you. So friends, without taking much time, and I'm sure everybody is very keen and impatient to listen to the Honorable Chief Minister, I would, on behalf of the state, on my behalf, being a citizen of the state, invite all of you to experience Bengal, to invest in Bengal, to trade with Bengal, and visit Bengal. So thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Imami Limited is another company based out of Bengal, but having operations in 70 countries from South and Southeast Asia to Africa to Europe. With industrial interest in personal care and healthcare, edible oil, biodiesel, newsprint, and paperboard manufacturing, Imami is playing globally. And Mr. Aditya Agarwal, Director Imami Limited, will now share his perspective.
Thank you, sir. Our beloved Didi, Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of West Bengal, Dada Saurav Ganguly, and Ambassador to Spain, Mr. Patnaik, and the other dignitaries on the dais. I, Aditya Vardhan Agarwal, take this privilege of representing the diversified Imami Group based in Bengal. We enjoy the leadership presence in various sectors. And with a turnover of around $4 billion, $4 billion US, and a valuation of $7 billion US, we have more than 450 products. And our products are available in around 5 million outlets in India and used by 65 million households in India. Imami today also owns the Imami East Bengal Football Club, one of the most iconic and the leading football clubs of India, with a fan base of over 50 million. West Bengal is a powerhouse of opportunities and offers boundless amount of resources, be it natural, man-made, or the highly skilled human resources. The state also offers, you can think of everything and anything, to ensure ease in setting up business. With a stable and able government under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, whom we fondly refer to as Didi, West Bengal is an ideal investment destination and provides every support to industry. A single window agency, Shilpo Shati, or State Investment Facilitation Center, ensures great ease of doing business. West Bengal is a state which nurtures growth, and we welcome you all to be a part of this growth story. Our Didi is always there with her arms spread to welcome you, to guide you, and to support you. Thank you.
We'll now move over to a little frontier area. Great Eastern Energy is the first company in India to start commercial production of CBM gas in the country, and they have a major block in West Bengal. With Mr. Prashant Modi, Managing Director and CEO, Great Eastern Energy Corporation Limited in the advance guard, West Bengal is positioned to take globally significant steps in hydrocarbon industry. Mr. Modi discusses his plans now.
Thank you, Alapan sir. Respected Didi, Excellencies, dignitaries, friends. I'm Prashant Modi. The company I represent is Great Eastern Energy Corporation. We're in the business of exploration, production, and development of coal bed methane gas, which is a natural gas, and now expanding into even shale gas. With a large resource of 10.62 trillion cubic feet and a planned investment of over $3 billion, in the next decade. We are truly privileged to be in the state of West Bengal. Our family has worked in several states in India, but the kind of transparency, the kind of reforms at the ground level, the kind of law and order, and the ease of doing business in West Bengal is truly remarkable. My father has been in business for maybe 60 years, and he tells me, he said he has never worked in a state like West Bengal. With the, attention to detail from the top, if there are any issues, there is full support from every department, come what may, and things get done. When Bengal means business. Other states says, in Hindi, if I can say, ho jayega, when it means it will get done. Other states don't mean it. In Bengal, when it says it gets done, it gets done. And 100% of our business interests are only in Bengal and will remain in Bengal. And we continue to seek Didi's guidance and support and invite all of you to invest in this beautiful state of Bengal. And you're all welcome. Thank you so much.
From the Indian business side, our final speaker is Mr. Shashwat Goenka from the RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. RP Sanjeev Goenka Group is one of the mightiest industrial business groups of India, with strong presence in several sectors from power to retail and FMCG. Again, based out of Bengal, they're basically playing globally. Mr. Shashwat Goenka, the water-educated scion of the famed business family, shares his roadmap for Bengal resurgence.
Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Chief Secretary Mr. Dwivedi, Mr. Saurav Ganguly, His Excellency Mr. Patnaik, other dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. At the outset, my group has invested over $3 billion in West Bengal over the last few years, and it has been a rewarding experience to say the least. The state administration, led by the Chief Secretary, has been phenomenal, has been extremely responsive. They have been efficient, they have been quick. Under the guidance and leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, every decision gets taken very fast and in the best interest of the state. The focus is on the state's progress. It's a very proactive administration. They want investment. We have invested, and our investments have done extremely well. It is a good place for investment. It is right for investment. Please come and invest in Bengal. You will find in the West Bengal government a facilitator, a guide, a mentor, and a partner. The Honorable Chief Minister leads the state admirably. Bengal was earlier famous for lockouts and loss of man days. During her term, this has gone down to zero. There has been no labor unrest at all. Decision-making is quick, the leadership is very mature, and the state exemplifies effective governance. It is a state which has one of the highest state GDPs, and it is a state that is growing at one of the fastest rates in India. Bengal is, and I say from my personal experience, a wonderful place to invest. We, as a business group, invest across the world, including in Europe and in America, and I must say that our investments in West Bengal have given us our highest returns. To conclude, Bengal means growth. Bengal means business. Please come, please invest, and enjoy the opportunity that Bengal offers to you. Thank you.
We shall now hear three distinguished and very esteemed dignitaries of Spain to know about their thoughts. I first invite Mr. Jaime Montalvo, International Director, Spain Chamber of Commerce, to address us.
Your Excellency, Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, Your Excellency, the Ambassador, dear Ambassador of India to Spain, Director General of Trade and Investment of the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism, Mr. President of Spain-India Council Foundation, distinguished members of West Bengal delegation, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, a very good morning. I have some words in Spanish, but before I switch into Spanish, I'd like foremost, on behalf of Spain Chamber of Commerce and the Confederation of Spanish Business Organizations, COE, who couldn't be here today, thank you all for participating in this business meeting, organized extremely well by the embassy, whose support we always count all the business and institutions that come from Spain today. The warmest welcome to Spain, to the Honorable Chief Minister, to all of you. It's been a pleasure having the opportunity to have you here, to address you all. And after the addresses of our colleagues, we feel much more excited. So if you allow me, I will turn into Spanish. I had my words prepared in Spanish. My apologies for that. Señora Chief Minister, su presencia hoy con nosotros nos brinda la posibilidad de acercarnos a las
bring us closer to unique investment opportunities in West Bengal, which will be the strong focus of the Bengal Business Global Summit to be held on the 21st of November in Calcutta. India is today a key foremost global player as a main demographic power and the fifth largest economy in the world. The country provides unique investment opportunities at very affordable competitive cost, an economy in constant transformation, experiencing major growth rates in the last decades. It has a robust industry and also an exporting industry in expansion. West Bengal is at the forefront of such power that India represents. The Indian government is carrying out numerous reforms, which we kindly appreciate, which are necessary for the country to continue such productivity, which is unevenly distributed among different industries, and thus consolidating as one of the leading players in the organization of the global supply chains that is taking at the moment. We are fully aware that West Bengal plays an outstanding role in such transformation in India, with 110 million citizens and whose GDP, nominal GDP, has tripled in the last decade. The government of West Bengal has clearly shown its strong commitment towards the modernization of the state with the deliberalization and the investment in highly productive industries. We positively value the tremendous investments in infrastructures carried out by the state with the aim of accelerating industrialization, improving connectivity in the region, and boosting international investments and international growth, getting closer to other Asian hubs. Such favorable scenario, which has been witnessed today with numerous speakers, has translated as follows. West Bengal has been experiencing double-digit growth in the last 8 or 9 years, which makes it one of the leading drivers and growth engines in India. And it is also a source of FDI, as it will be witnessed in the Bengal Global Business Summit. As you all know, India and Spain maintain a key strategic alliance on the economic field. More than 230 companies have a footprint in India today, and they are active in numerous industries where they are leaders worldwide: textile, tourism, automotive, automotion and infrastructures, and where they are working closer together with your partners, with you, the country companies. It is undoubtedly those industries where we know strongly that cooperation could be even further thanks to the cooperation from the West Bengal companies, and we strongly believe this session is going to be most fruitful. The Spanish Chambers of Commerce are fully committed towards enriching the cooperation agreement with India throughout different alliances, through the ICC and FIC, with which we deployed the CEO forum between India and Spain. The Spanish Chamber of Commerce is also likewise an active member of the Spain-India Council Foundation, which is a substantial instrument for diplomacy and strengthening the relations between both countries. I would like to conclude by stating that this chamber system empowers companies, providing them with information, especially for SMEs, connecting markets and improving the exchanges and investments, always under a framework of a public-private partnership that we are always defending and representing. And I would like to take the opportunity to mention that the Spanish Chamber of Commerce in India has carried out a marvelous endeavor, promoting bilateral relations, but also contributing with its services and activities, ensuring that the business communities are even more united. You can count on all of our support going forward, and you can always have on your side. And I would like to finish with this reflection, thanking you once again for your presence here today, and hopefully this is going to be a most fruitful session. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Montalvo. We now request Ms. Alicia Varela Donoso, Director General of the International Trade and Investment MINCOTUR. Basically, she represents the Spanish Government Ministry of Trade and Investment. Ms. Donoso, please.
Good morning to everyone, and of course, principally to the Chief Minister of Bengal, Western Bengal. Of course, also to the Ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain of India. Like my predecessor, I have my words in Spanish, so I'm afraid I'm going to switch, but I wanted also to thank the distinguished business delegation that comes with the Chief Minister in this historical visit, because as the ambassador has mentioned, it's the first time that Western Bengal comes to Spain, to approach and incentivize bilateral business. So switching to Spain, I wanted to mention that basically
So what I basically wanted to say is that the Honorable Minister of West Bengal's visit to Spain is very special because it can make bilateral relations grow between India and Spain, and particularly West Bengal and Spain. In the current economic and geopolitical context, the cooperation between India and Spain, and of course West Bengal and Spain, help us face successfully the challenges that all economies are facing. These two countries share democratic values, a liberal economy. That brings us close together and makes us reliable to do business together across our two markets. And as the international director of the Spanish Chamber of Commerce, India has applied the right industrial policy changes and structural changes that have made it the fifth economy in the world. Back in 2016, it was number 10, and now it's number 5. So this is a very rapid change, and I know the authorities are working to make India the third economy in the world, which is perfectly feasible for them because they have the right mix of features that are the key of economic success. First, they have a great market, 1.4 billion potential consumers in India. It is a very dynamic market, and demographically, it is very young and very innovative. The technological capacities they have are extraordinary. We saw one example this very summer. India has taken a robot to the South Pole of India, and I am sure that has made the nation very proud. But also, Spaniards are proud because our humanity as a whole has reached a new frontier. The labor market is extremely skilled, and Indians have a very entrepreneurial mindset, which makes India a very appealing market for investors. So India is increasingly appealing more FDI to the country, and without a doubt, West Bengal is benefiting from that. At the same time, its large corporations, some of them are present here today. The national champions are increasingly having a bigger market share abroad. And then Spain has been very dynamic over the last few years as well. The Next Generation EU funds have a lot to do with that. Funds are being driven towards the future industries that's modernizing our economy, and eventually that will lead to greater efficiency. That is why our growth prospects continue to be above the European average. Economic relations between the two countries are increasing. In the last 2 years, the numbers have been very relevant. In 2021, the commercial exchanges between Spain and India was 5.7 million euros. That's 30% more than the year prior. And in 2022, the number was 7.5. So a 32% increase. In the first 2 months of the year, Spanish exports have reached 908.5 million euros, and imports from India are 350 million euros. Both flows show a positive trend. In terms of investment, as Mr. Montalvo said, the stock of invested is 1.2 billion euros in 2021. That's the last available figure, and that would be ranking as number 38 for Spanish investments abroad. And there are 200 more Spanish companies that have invested in India. India is investing increasingly more in Spain. The investment stock is some 410 million euros in 2021. That's the latest figure available. There are 82 Indian companies that have invested in Spain. We're talking about high-tech industries, automotive industry, the pharma industry, but there are others. West Bengal, you've seen this in the video, and you've heard from about this very prosperous region in India. It's the 6th largest state in India in terms of GDP, 4th in terms of population. Kolkata, the capital city, is a cultural reference worldwide and definitely in the country, and that is why cultural exchanges with Spain are very intense. As Mr. Montalvo mentioned, Spain has been the guest country at the International Book Fair in Kolkata this year. There is huge potential to tap, however. There are only 3 companies producing in this region of the world. Out of the 230 in Spanish companies in India, only 3 are in West Bengal. That is why I particularly appreciate the Chief Minister's visit, because I believe this is going to make relations with West Bengal thrive. There have been some initiatives from Spain. Our economic advisor at the embassy recently visited Kolkata, as part of the ISEX program. She presented projects interesting for investors. And 3 projects actually became successful, so that means the visit was very fruitful. In any case, Spain is particularly committed and wants to promote institutional and economic relations with India and West Bengal in particular. Let me just mention that the first vice president of government, so far this year, she's traveled twice to India in the framework of G20, and she's held very relevant meetings with members of government in India and also with large corporations. In April this year, in Delhi, the 22nd meeting of the Mixed Committee